Yeah. 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 Memories. Memories. Yeah. Memories. Memories.
All right, finally, everybody, welcome back. Had a little bit of technical issues that I was told to blame Headrammer for, so I will on stream blame Headrammer for that. Once again, I'm Thousand Eyes, that's OC. We've got Fruit Salad coming up here against KCMX. How are you feeling, OC?
Feeling pretty good. And KCMX, they are the final boss of this tournament, of this run. And Fruit Salad, they're coming up from the lower bracket. And they like their Reinhardt compositions, but I don't expect that to work as easily against KCMX.
Yeah, I mean, the question really does become right now is KCMX are going to be... Now, they have watched what happened in the previous game. They have an idea of what's going to be coming up. At the very least, they've been able to think and figure out what they want to do into what they expect the Reinhardt, like Mei, Genji, like all of that. See what they want to do about it.
Yeah. And KCMX, they like their Diva, they like their Junker Queen. So it's a little similar to our previous matchup. And I think that kind of like show here, and we can see that here. So it's interesting to think about, right? Can we see KCMX run the Junker Queen into that Reinhardt composition a little better than MRG Amethyst did? Because MRG Amethyst, they saw some success, and in particular with the Junker Queen, that Rampage is super powerful, right? Because that Moira Lucio doesn't have a ton to deal with it. You just have to use beat for it. But, you know, can we see KCMX deal with Earthshatter in particular better? Because the Junker Queen is very vulnerable to that.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're taking a look at our brackets, how we got here right now. KCMX has been dominant throughout this entire tourney. We have seen them play Fruit Salad. Fruit Salad, the only team that could take a map off of KCMX.
Yeah. KCMX, they're strong, but they're not invincible, right? So Fruit Salad,
Mhm.
they do have a chance here, and they're going to need to lock in. We'll see if they've learned anything from their previous matchup. KCMX, their lineup is Bandit and Saturn on DPS, Felix on tank, and Najila and Queen Bee over on support.
Yeah, have been running that the entire tourney, to my knowledge here, as we'll take a look over at our challengers here in Fruit Salad, who I would imagine are still running the same lineup as well. It's going to be Zythrin, Hostile, Fuzzy Doe, Nyx, and Mothvia. Once again, 2 Lucios. Haven't seen that one.
Yeah, we got the double Lucio support line. It's a classic, right? Fuzzy
Double
Doe.
Beat does seem very good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it would be interesting. Absolutely. So, hey, maybe if they never added the hero limits, there's a world, right? There's a world.
There's a world. We just get 5 Lucios and just all hit beat at the same time.
That's a good bit of HP. You do one after
That
the other,
little
you know,
bit.
you just have like
Yeah.
beat, and then the
Oh,
next
that would be
beat,
more
and the next
efficient.
beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like funny numbers.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see exactly what map we're going to be running on first here. And I would expect probably. Oh, it is going to be Samoa. I was gonna guess Helios again, but we are going to be going over to Samoa for our first map.
Samoa definitely plays. I would say it depends on the map, but it does kind of play for Fruit Salad's Reinhardt a little bit. I'm kind of surprised with this map pick. Right now, I'm not sure if it's a set map pick or if it's a chosen map pick by KCMX. Actually, that's actually a good question. But either way, I will say that for Fruit Salad, this isn't a bad place to be.
Yeah, you would imagine Fruit Salad feeling a little bit comfortable about that with the possibility of that Reinhardt. And you know the questions of just what are KCMX going to do? Are they going to just run what they've been comfortable with, that they've been winning with, I'm sure, the entire way through? Or do they say, that looks a little scary to play against? That we might need to adapt to this. We might need to cut off what has been working for Fruit Salad. It is kind of the big question here. We are going to be, this is also a first to 4, so we are going to have a couple more maps here. Does give a little bit, I would say a little bit of an edge to KCMX just because the consistency has looked really good for them. A little bit less chance of an upset.
Yeah, KCMX definitely very, very strong. They've looked strong in the past in previous tournaments as well. So I don't doubt that they're going to have the advantage here, and Fruit Salad are the underdogs. Another thing to note with KCMX, I think with Oasis as well, is that they like Pharah. They really like Pharah, and Oasis is a pretty good Pharah map, especially University, which should be in favor of Fruit Salad for that Reinhardt at least. That's also like kind of a Pharah playground. So we'll see if KCMX can take advantage of that and maybe beat the Reinhardt composition that way.
Possibly. We will have to see, as we are going to be getting underway in just a moment here.
Sorry,
now,
not Oasis, Samoa. Oh
I was going to say, I wasn't going to correct you, but like, I was going to say, we're going to Samoa. Little bit of a different, look than Oasis.
Yeah. I completely misheard. That's my bad. Slightly different, slightly similar sounding names, I suppose. Samoa. It's still pretty brawl oriented, and I would also say like you can still run the Pharah here, so some things still apply. They're not too different, and both of them do have their own very kind of like enclosed brawly oriented map. Samoa has Volcano, Oasis has University, so there are some parallels there. And to start, we see, not sure who that is in the Junker Queen composition, we'll see in a moment, maybe an Ashe as well. That is KCMX and Reinhardt from Fruit Salad. Sojourn May, default setup there. Zythrin isn't on the Genji to start.
Does mean now there is nothing to stop that shatter. So once again, KCMX here gonna have to play this a little bit better than MRG did, because that was not a fun time. There's nothing to block that. Bandit already losing a lot of HP here. Gonna have to get a little bit of heals as the healers need to turn around. Queen Bee just caught out, and Fruit Salad with the perfect start to this here. Gonna dive into the back line, but there is Bandit, who is pumping out damage, takes 2 out. Nyx able to take Saturn down as well. It is 2 for 2.
Bandit able to exist in this room longer than they should be. Saturn over to the Pharaoh as well. KCMX making a little adaptation. Bandit's gone now. Hostile chased them down. Fruit Salad, they have the advantage in this fight. Fuzzy Doe backing out a little bit, though. It looks like a slight disengage. KCMX given a chance to get back into the fight. Najila falling low, 74%. Nyx, here's the Coalescence.
Immediate usage of that, and that's just going to give them all the time in the world to just run people down. Zythrin gets two. Felix goes down. The front line is gone, and KCMX able to slowly but surely win this first fight.
KCMX, now they have the Kitsune available. Felix over to the Orisa. Several adaptations will they work out. The Orisa can much more easily deal with Shatter just with a quick little Fortify.
Yeah, much easier to deal with. Keeps you alive a little bit longer. KCMX though, now pushing forward. Saturn goes down immediately, but Nyx is traded and Hostile falls too. HP bars looking rough for Fruit Salad, and the Kitsune rush is enough for KCMX to grab that point back.
Good fight for them. Good Kitsune from Najila as well. The timing, the follow-up from KCMX, very well communicated. A well-oiled machine there, at least that fight. We'll see if they can bring that energy into other fights as well. Fruit Salad, Fuzzy Doe now has the Earth Shatter, but it isn't as simple as throwing it down on the Junker Queen anymore. You have to be a little more careful with it. You have to use it a little later in the fight because it's kind of hard to catch any member of KCMX.
Yeah, we are going to see it used. Does catch Najila, who does go down. But now Saturn up behind, just putting out damage, has the ult ready to go. Looking for the angle for it. Can't stay up, though, and Zythrin able to snipe out Saturn, but the HP not looking good. Fruit Salad just slowly losing members, and KCMX holding on, but there is a lot of HP right now on Fuzzy. Trying to get this point capped. It is still contested.
Oh, KCMX, their support line is just chilling on point. They are chilling there. Now Fuzzy Doe looking to hunt them down, realizing that they're still alive, but KCMX are holding on. Here's the Coalescence from Nyx to try and turn things in Fruit Salad's favor, but it's going to be maybe Saturn coming with a barrage soon.
Does get the barrage down, takes out, actually only just Fuzzy Doe goes down. That is a big win. Fruit Salad with the beat, able to stay alive. Fuzzy Doe gone doesn't mean anything if you've got the beat shield to keep you alive.
That was a good fight for KCMX either way. I mean, a barrage for a beat is a great trade as well. Barrage isn't that good of an ultimate. So now KCMX coming back with their Terra Surge, as well as close to the Bob and closing in on the Kitsune. If they play for their ultimates in the long run here, they'll have a good chance. But Felix, the Terra Surge, drops it down. Mothfia's gone.
That is such a good play. Felix able to push forward, take out everybody, and Fruit Salad, the Blizzard, not able to stay up, and that will be Fruit Salad resetting.
Najila close to the Kitsune. We could see KCMX look for an aggressive fight here. Their posture is close.
Bandit now trying to hit some headshots. Fuzzy Doe is just gone already. And Bandit putting out so much work here. Zythrin able to get a couple in response, but it is another team kill on to Fruit Salad, and KCMX gonna take round number 1.
What a great performance from the backline of KCMX. Najila and Queen Bee, in particular Najila with the Kitsunes. Seeing a Kiriko get that kind of value and also define engagements like that, especially near the end, it really makes a difference.
You can see just how much work Bandit was able to do, even in the start of this game. This fight looked over from the beginning, and Bandit just turned it around to get 2 kills. Saturn had some ups and downs, but Bandit has just hitting these shots.
Yeah, for Fruit Salad, Bandit on the Ash is a little less mobile, but a little more dangerous, right? And you can also hit those dynamites over the shield, over the Reinhardt shield, so you can't really protect against that easily, and that makes it pretty easy to force resources. Now, we're on Volcano. This is where Fruit Salad are feeling their best. This is the best submap for them.
We're not going to see Fruit Salad try to move up here. Zythrin back on the Genji here. Bandit does get sniped out, so we'll be taken down. It is a 4v5. KCMX struggling a little bit to stay up. Saturn low on HP. Felix gets taken down by Fuzzy Dough, and a good start to this map for Fruit Salad.
Fruit Salad, they also have Zythrin on the Genji again. She's proven herself here with the Genji pick, and it is impressive, and I think that can also allow Fruit Salad to maybe shut down Bandit and Najila, both on the Cassidy and the Baptiste. Both of them are a little vulnerable to Genji. We'll see if that can be used here. Nyx popping the Coalescence early.
Well used. The Coalescence going to just keep the team alive, but the HP bars are not looking good, and Mothia just gets destroyed. The missile barrage from Saturn is too good. Bandit takes out Nyx, and it is another team kill on to Fruit Salad. We're seeing Fruit Salad win some fights, but KCMX, when they win hard.
Yeah, and the ult rotation for KCMX is a little stronger as well. Fruit Salad, like Coalescence, for example, you know, you can build it fast, but it's honestly a pretty weak ultimate. That's one of the weaknesses that you kind of have to face when you're running Moira. You don't get a ton out of that.
Zythrin popping the blade, trying to get onto the backline. Can't do the work, though, and both the DPS are gone. Nyx as well. Fruit Salad dive deep, blow the Genji ult to do so, and get nothing but another team kill upon them.
Beat for blade trade now. KCMX, they're thinking about a more aggressive fight here. I think Najila wants to go for something. Maybe an early window.
Window used, and it is just complete disaster for Fruit Salad. They are getting taken out before they can even get close to the point. Nyx stays alive, but for how long? Might be a straggler here. Nope. Team will come to provide that protection, but Fruit Salad can't get any ground.
So far, every single time Najila has used ultimate, KCMX have won the fight. So that puts it into perspective. Fuzzy Dough now has the shatter. Can Fuzzy Dough, can she get value out of this? Oh no, Felix with the crazy ultimate on the Orisa. Nobody goes down, and again, Fruit Salad. It's just 5-0 every single fight. I'm not sure if Hostile can even get the Blizzard here. Get it off. It's difficult. The Orisa could just walk at him. Can't really Blizzard the tank. And also, we could see Felix just eat it again, too. There is a danger.
Yeah. That is the only thing they really have. Coalescence being used immediately. They've got to get to the point soon. Only 5% left as Fruit Salad are getting closer to the point that they have in a long while, but the HP bars are not looking good to do so. Saturn grabs Fuzzy Dough and Zythrin. Queen Bee, the only casualty for KCMX so far, and that'll be the only casualty they lose in most of this round. Map 1, a strong victory for KCMX.
KCMX take the second round, and that submap, Volcano, that is Fruit Salad's turf. That is their home turf. That is a more enclosed map that does play for the Mei. It plays for the Reinhardt. So the fact that Pharah especially, the Pharah felt very, very strong there. Pharah was able to get value. This Orisa adaptation was able to get value. That shows that KCMX are prepared for this matchup.
Not only prepared, but just, I would say, beyond prepared. They know all the answers to the questions. They have studied this. They are gonna ace the test at this point. KCMX looking, about as good as we kind of expected them to. Now, what does Fruit Salad do in response to this is the question.
That's difficult because when you're relying on a composition like the Reinhardt, sometimes the best thing that you can do when an opponent really does come up with an answer is to not play it anymore, right? You can't stick with something that just isn't working. And, it'll work against some teams that don't have an answer. But the truth is that the Reinhardt composition at its core isn't that strong. It does have weaknesses. It has things it's really good at, but if you exploit the weaknesses, it becomes almost useless, especially on certain maps, right? So they might be able to make it work on something like King's Row, but even then, we saw those high grounds. You abuse those high grounds, whether it be a Diva or someone like an Ashe sitting up there, there's a massive risk to the Reinhardt. And we'll see where Fruit Salad take it, but it's going to be difficult.
I mean, when Saturn on that map can get a missile barrage off like that, it feels impossible. Just able to take out everybody, and Fruit Salad just did not look comfortable in that first map. Again, just from behind Saturn. It would put out so much, and Felix getting the finishes. I mean,
what we could also see is we could see Hostile maybe swap off the Mei as well. Right? We saw Zythrin go through a few picks. We saw Zythrin on Sojourn, Genji, and Cassidy. So just trying different things to deal with the Pharah in particular, or to like mark the opposing Cass and everything. But with the Mei, I think the Mei is difficult when your opponent's on Orisa, and they're just gonna walk out of it. They don't care. They don't care. They will ignore you. You're a non-threat, right? So using that Blizzard has become very difficult. Getting value out of the Mei has become very difficult. You could go Sim. You could go like Cass Sim or something. You could change things up, and we've seen that. Again, I draw parallels to SR Peak Check because that is the team, the highest level Reinhardt team, one-trick team, I suppose. And they play compositions like that. They play similarly to that, and they will swap over to that Orisa when, Symmetra when they need to.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's fair to say the Reinhardt itself doesn't feel like the issue in this. Like you said, the Mei getting the Blizzard blocked, and how do you hit a Pharah? How do you like hit a lot of these characters? You kind of don't. So swapping that might be the answer. Keeping the Reinhardt, especially as I would expect we're probably going to go back to King's Row. I would be a little surprised if we didn't. That is what Fruit Salad picked last time when they did get beat. Granted, where we were in the previous series was a 2-0 in favor of the team Fruit Salad were playing. So they've been in this position before, and they will pick King's Row.
Right. And there are also, when it comes to the adaptations as well, and this goes for King's Row too, you can run Juno. Like things like Bap Juno are also options. So there's a lot that Fruit Salad can do if they're intent on sticking with Reinhardt and they do not want to take the Junker Queen mirror, right? They don't want to take that duel. Then they definitely can just swap up the backline, swap up the DPS line, but I'm not sure if they have the flexibility to do that.
Yeah, that kind of is the question here. King's Row was the momentum shift for Fruit Salad in the previous series, but now KCMX, a much harder opponent to try and get that momentum shift against. KCMX are definitely looking like they could take this 4-0.
Yeah, they're looking very, very strong so far. On control, very confident. In their last matchup, they only dropped the map to Fruit Salad, and we'll see if Fruit Salad, honestly, if they can put up a fight with this Reinhardt. Again, like I said, if you study this Reinhardt composition, there are ways you can just beat it and shut it down.
Currently looks like Fruit Salad are going to be sticking with the Reinhardt. Do look like they might go with the Baptiste, like you said, but the Mei still on the composition at the moment.
Yeah. Felix, oh, you better not sit low ground. Come on. You can go high. You can go high. No.
Step up there. Come on.
I got to judge first point. I just got to judge first, because here's the thing with the Orisa, right? You're up against a brawl comp, especially like the Reinhardt. They try and walk up the stairs. You know what you do? You just spin them off. It's really funny. But yeah, we see a very poke-oriented, or no, actually, there's no Alari. It's just going to be the Bap Lucio, but still, Sojourn, Pharah, playing for angles, KCMX, they're just going to try and bait point. Well, Felix is really far up, though. I'm a little nervous about this Orisa positioning here. It's so aggressive.
Yeah, Zythrin got some damage down and then swaps over to the Ashe. Fuzzy-Do in back behind here, does miss the pin, but does hit the hammer to take out Felix, and Felix a little bit too far forward. Fuzzy also a little bit too far forward, and KCMX able to hold on. Hostile and Nyx go down, and KCMX hold off on that first point.
Fruit Salad flipped the map, but weren't really able to find anything after that. KCMX just kind of sitting up on the high ground, except for Felix, who I think the positioning was a little questionable, but at the end of the day, KCMX, they do win that, so they just had angles, they had advantage. Fruit Salad, they're going to swap Zythrin over to Ashe. Ashe is viable, more viable on King's Row, so that makes some sense. Hostile still sticking with the Mei, though.
Right now seeing Fruit Salad try to go around to get that high ground. KCMX, though, not letting them get away with it for free. Nyx gets taken out. Zythrin very low as well and gets killed by Queen Bee. Fruit Salad losing members on this rotation. Saturn dies to their own rockets. A little
that's
bit rough on
unfortunate.
that. A little bit not great.
Hostile closing in on the Blizzard Fruit Salad. They're set up. They are ready. They're going to drop. I'm surprised they didn't go for the clear on the Baptiste, but I guess Najila just drops anyways. Bandit gets the pick onto Zythrin, though Fuzzy-Do trades Najila. This fight is back and forth.
All over the place here, but most importantly, Felix does go down first. Fuzzy falls not long after. There is no front line. It is everybody all for themselves. Hostile, able to do a lot of work, does hit the icicle to just buy a little bit of time, but not going to be able to cap any point here as the resets are just a little bit too fast. KCMX still wasting a lot of time for Fruit Salad.
They're just barely holding on by a thread. Felix, please take high. Please go high. You know, they keep doing the same thing over and over again. Fruit Salad, they're probably just going to try and rotate high. Watch them do it again. Let's see. Oh, no, they don't. They're actually going to rotate and just go for a window.
Zythrin got killed, though, and that is not good, as there is the shatter. Only hits onto Felix. That's not the person you really need to hit, and the damage might already be done. Felix does get taken down, but Nyx traded for that. Bandit putting in a lot of work here to make sure that Fruit Salad can't walk up.
ACMX. They have Felix coming back with the Terra Surge, but they don't have Felix just yet. Saturn also approaching a barrage, but kind of stuck in an awkward position near Hotel. Oh, that's the barrage out of the fight.
Barrage being gone is bad. Bandit being gone too is a problem. Najila taken down. Queen Bee next, and Felix left alone on the point. Finally, Fruit Salad find their opening, but it took a lot of time to do so.
Fruit Salad. It was really just the lack of space control, lack of high ground control from KCMX. I think that provided an opportunity that Fruit Salad, they did a good job of taking advantage of. Second point here, the Reinhardt actually becomes a little easier because you don't have to worry about those high grounds. You can just take a head-on, corner-to-corner fight. Bandit gets the first pick on the Zythrin. That's great for Fruit Salad, or I don't know, that's actually not great for them. But they do have time. They can just push the cart here. They can just wait until they reach the choke. Nyx dies, but you know, Fruit Salad, very chill, very calm. Approaching 2 support ultimates, so they can break through with that. Just play super aggressive.
Saturn, I'm watching right now to make sure you don't hit more rockets into walls. Do not need to see that happen again. But Fruit Salad still pushing forward, getting caught into this choke, and the Reinhardt goes down too fast. Mafia also goes down. Everybody falls. Fruit Salad just get wiped away.
That's a nice little combo there. The Terror Surge into the barrage. KCMX, they still have their window now. I'm curious if Najila will try to go for a more aggressive play, but it looks like no, the setup isn't there for that. So KCMX just baiting the choke. Probably going to let Fruit Salad in a little bit before using this window.
There is the window. Immediately gets walled off there, but that wall is not going to stay up for very long. Queen Bee a little bit too far forward. Fuzzy-Do, though, gone. And with no tank, there's not a lot of ways to push forward. You can see just how far back Fruit Salad have to play. 5 ults for Fruit Salad. They need to start using some.
Oh, there's the shatter onto Felix. Not able to react in time with the gold. There's the spin, there's the gold. All of the CDs used for the Orisa, but that won't save you. And that'll be 2 ultimates used by Fruit Salad to break through, but a lot of time off the clock, and KCMX can definitely take another fight on this point, even with these staggers.
Yeah, where we saw Fruit Salad do really well on offense in the previous series, this time they are struggling. They are working really hard to get every inch they can. They're getting some space right now, but they still only have a little bit here. That beat is going to be used as the Blizzard is also put down. Will get Queen Bee in a bad spot there, and that is Fuzzy-Do traded, though. Saturn able to get at least a little bit of work. Bandit takes out Mafia, and Fruit Salad, they pushed really far, but they might not be able to get the whole way onto that second point.
That was a bit of a risky play from Fruit Salad, but we've actually seen the same exact play from them before. Basically, 1-to-1, what they tried to do in their previous match with the early Blizzard there on second point. And it's just difficult because, again, KCMX, especially with that Orisa, you can really just get out of there. And now, Fuzzy-Do, ooh, stuck in a corner. Oh, what a pick from KCMX.
just Fuzzy-Do greeting to try and get up to make sure they could touch the point, but nobody is able to get there. And Fruit Salad stopped them just short of the second point.
Fruit Salad not able to reach that checkpoint, and they didn't get as much distance as they probably could have if they had 3 on. I'm not sure. I feel like those aggressive fights, again, very difficult, especially if you're relying on Blizzard for that. I think an overclock or something backing that up might be a little more consistent. Now, Fruit Salad, their defense. They're going to need to find a way to play their defense. KCMX's composition is going to be more reliant on taking angles to start. So Fruit Salad need a way to deal with that, right? They kind of play around a hotel, they wrap around, they hunt someone down. If they're able to find maybe Bandit on the Sojourn or whatever Bandit will be on, Bandit could also run the Ashe. That could be a positive pick there. Nyx also, who has been on the Baptiste a little bit. We'll see if Nyx runs Baptiste here on defense. That might make it a little easier for Fruit Salad because they can play a slower style of play instead of relying on the rush. We'll see what each team decides to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough now because Fruit Salad are on the back foot for sure, and they're swapping things up. They're gonna be going with the Orisa this time. And also running an entirely different support backline.
Going the Juno Brig, the classic. It's still good. Juno Brig's very strong. We haven't seen much Juno Brig lately because of the hazard compositions. But Juno Brig, it hasn't gotten any worse, funny enough. There was a recent Juno nerf, but it actually didn't really change much. And if anything, Juno's being played a little bit more now that people are realizing that Lucio Juno's good. But that's a side tangent, right? We see an early wall from Fruit Salad. It catches Queen Bee, and that's a good pick for them.
And that's exactly what Fruit Salad need. They need to buy a lot of time. They need to stall out as long as possible, especially on this first point, because that is what bit Fruit Salad for that second push. They didn't have as much time, and it cost them for being able to get onto that second point. But the push is still looking good, and Fruit Salad are giving up a lot of space.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Fruit Salad, they don't have anyone on that right side high ground. Look at that. Everyone's stacked on that bottom left. That makes it really difficult to find angles, but Felix walled. And that's a good kill. Fruit Salad might be able to come back from this, but still, like, in the long run, on this first point, they're kind of struggling from the same thing KCMX struggled with, which is, again, just angles, setting up angles. When you have this Orisa composition, this May Sojourn, you really want to set up a crossfire, and you don't want to set, like, your Juno Brig and everybody on bottom right. But it looks like it's kind of what they're playing for. Zythrin's on an angle here, but that's all they have.
The big difference being that KCMX was able to get 1/3 of that point captured, so they don't have to push as hard. Felix swapping on to the Zarya now.
That's interesting.
Nyx on the side trying to keep the team healthy. Orisa very, very low. Gets healed up just a bit, but Fruit Salad are all over the place in terms of their HP bars, and that will be Zythrin going down. Felix stays alive inside of the immortality field. Big ult from Fuzzy-Do will take out one. Bandit is putting in so much damage though, as Mothbia and Hostile are taken down. Bandit on just a sliver of HP, almost capped the point. They will get it. Have a lot of time to work with now.
KCMX going the classic counter route. Oh, they're running Orisa. Let's go Zarya. Now, the problem with Zarya is that I think if Fruit Salad understand what they're up against, first of all, they can just swap back Reinhardt and that hard counters KCMX's composition. Like, unironically, you can just win instantly. But also, if this Zarya is super weak early on in the fight, the Zarya becomes the carry kind of like later on. But really, as long as you get the wall on Felix dies. And there's not much that KC can do about that. So that's the weakness that KC have with their composition here. Yes, the Zarya beam is good into Orisa, but that's about it.
Yeah, we'll see how much Felix can do. And maybe it's not a whole lot. Gets away at 6 HP. That's not 0, but it's not good. Felix on the side, gonna have to get that beat just to walk forward here, but Nigila is already gone. Fruit Salad have split KCMX apart, and they're gonna hold off a little bit longer.
That's an unfortunate beat from Queen Bee too. KCMX, it feels like this Orisa switch up from Fruit Salad has messed them up. I mean, they're a little all over the place now. Fuzzy-Do needs to save the spin to try and look to eat Felix's grab.
Now we're gonna see Bob come in from Bandit for that extra man. Felix And Bandit putting in so much work as everybody falls for Fruit Salad. A clean fight. Nobody's even low from KCMX.
Yeah, and that's a very economical fight too. Just committing the bomb that really leaves them with one fight left. This is really it. This is Fruit Salad's final chance. Mothia has the rally, Nyx closing in on the orbital ray. Building the orbital is going to be key because this, I mean, the grab from Felix is going to be really oppressive, and Najila windowing on top of that is going to make it really hard to live unless you build this.
Saturn on the side here, looking for the entrance angle. Does not have the blade yet, but they are getting dangerously close to this final point now. As Fruit Salad now going in. Zarya does only pull in the one. Najila does take Mothia out, though, but KCMX not able to do enough there. Will fall apart. Felix getting away with sub 100 HP. Everybody else backing off. Fruit Salad holding on, but they have 2 more minutes. They got to do that.
Brave of Nyx to hold on to the orbital ray there, not scared, trusting their team, and it pays off. With orbital advantage, you have a lot that you can do, and it's really all you can do against orbital ray is kite it, run away. That's how strong it is, so we'll see what they can get with it.
Going to be used pretty quickly in this fight, and you can see KCMX doing exactly that, kiting it out, waiting. That did buy 30 seconds, though. KCMX, only a minute 30 left here. So they're going to push up and try and cap this.
Dythrin closing in on the bob.
KCMX now trying to move forward. Saturn getting in behind here. Has the blade. Gonna just jump right in. And Mothia taken out. Najila gets fuzzy though. And Fruit Salad's front line is gone. Not able to hold on. Bob comes out, but that'll be the last one to just try and hold this outside so it can't even stay alive. Bob is holding off. They've got to do something about it. Okay, there goes Bob. Bob walks away, says, you know what? You guys learned this. Map 2 goes over to KCMX.
We saw KCMX struggle a little bit more there. That definitely felt like they tripped and fell on first point, and even going into second point, it was just a little sloppy, but they came out on top. They still won. And Fruit Salad, their adaptations are decent. They're good, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it is an unfortunate map there. I think Fruit Salad making good adaptations, kind of saying, you know what, it's not working. We're gonna switch it up, but it's not looking good enough yet. They did get they got a little bit further, but KCMX are still looking really, really dangerous.
Yeah, and we'll see what Fruit Salad switch up next time. Maybe they'll try and stick with the Moira. I'm not sure. Our next map type is Clash, so no matter where we're going, I do think that rush comps with that Moira Lucio will be a little better than they are in other map types, so maybe Fruit Salad are like, okay, we're going to stick with what we know, and we're going to try and play that Reinhardt, stick with it. We'll see, though, right? I think Clash is where they'd stick with it, and then after that, they'd have to adapt a little more.
Yeah, KCMX have to feel good, though. 2 maps in, 2 maps won.
Terra Surges as well.
Yeah.
Fuzzy Doe was actually able to get a good bit of value on the Orisa. I think Fuzzy Doe's Orisa has improved, honestly.
Yeah.
From when I last saw him play. I think it's definitely more understanding of, you know, what the win condition is there. And that did really help Fruit Salad there at the end of King's Row.
Mm-hmm. Worth mentioning too, the Zarya really did not seem to do a whole lot for KCMX. The only grab we saw was just pulling in 1 or 2 people, not really, and then they lost that fight anyway. So the Zarya not maybe getting the same value, KCMX able to pull it out through the other means.
Yeah, Zarya is tough, right? Zarya is a very niche counter pick to certain compositions, and even then, it's risky running it because the other team can just counter swap you, right? Yeah. So Zarya is one of those heroes, kind of one of those heroes that does have really distinct strengths, but also if you take advantage of the weaknesses, useless, right? So I think that's where the Zarya began to struggle, and that's what provided Fruit Salad with more footing to work.
Yeah, but we'll have to see. We're going to give the teams a little bit of time to restructure here. Going to send it to a quick break, guys. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are now 2 maps in to our first of 4 here in KCMX. 2 maps up. Fruit Salad had a little bit of a better showing there on Kings Row, but they're still not able to get that first map win.
And now, KCMX, we're going to see if they can take on Fruit Salad on Clash on Hanaoka, which will be our next map. And Hanaoka, again, both of the Clash maps play very much for brawl compositions, and it's very one-sided in that sense. So KCMX, we'll see if they try an Orisa, or if they might go with something else to try and deal with the Reinhardt. I'm not sure how exactly they'll approach it, and also I think like the Pharah could be a little more difficult as well.
I think the question too is, are Fruit Salad gonna go with the Reinhardt and try that again? Because they did go with the Orisa and had more success with it on Kings Row for sure. But it's a question of, do they want to go back to that comfort, see if it works? But then you might be wasting a couple of points when you don't have a lot of ground left to give here. KCMX have been putting the pressure on hard.
Yeah, it is a gamble either way. I do think that KCMX, it's not a clear answer as to how to beat them, right? It's not like you can just swap Orisa and instantly beat them. I do think it'll be a little bit of a challenge for Fruit Salad to figure out exactly how they want to approach this. The one, again, nice factor about this map for Fruit Salad is that the Pharah has slightly less room to work with, but even then, I mean, we saw Gushwei on Pharah in Pro Chaser. So hey, if Gushwei can pull the Pharah, I'm sure KCMX can do it too.
Yeah, still very possible, but you know, we also still do have that worry of like just how momentum based Clash can feel, of like if you're getting run over, you either you go back and forth or you get run over. And based on the first 2 maps, not looking good here for Fruit Salad.
Yeah, I can very easily see this map falling out of control for Fruit Salad. It's very easy to lose your grasp on it, and if you lose that first fight, even that can put you at a bit of a detriment. And again, like, it's just a matter of one bad fight in Clash, everything falls apart.
Absolutely, as we are moments away from our teams breaking down the doors here. Does look like we are getting a Reinhardt.
Moira Lucio as well, so that gives us a bit of an answer on the backline. Seems like they're confident here, and again, I think if you're gonna Moira Lucio, this is the place where you could probably do it the easiest. So far, I don't think I trust KCMX in the spawn room. Yeah, there's the Orisa swap. Nobody
You're
really
not feeling
liked
the
to play the
Bastion?
Hazard. The Bastion? I mean, it would be good, honestly. I do think it would be good. Is that what they're doing instead of that? No.
Nope.
See, I can't trust KCMX. I
Yeah.
cannot trust KCMX.
I
can trust Fruit
baited
Salad,
you.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Fruit Salad, I unironically have kind of just stayed on what they've picked almost every single time, which has been nice because I feel less baited every single time. The Fruit Salad now moving out, and they need to get some stuff done here. They need this map extremely badly here. Right now, looking a little bit like KCMX are getting the strong end of this fight, as Fuzzy Doe already under half HP. Saturn, though, very low, backs away. Fuzzy Doe needs some HP fast. Can Nyx pump out the heals enough?
Fuzzy Doe taking a lot of damage, very, very low. Still, just in these long fights, KCMX, oh, that's a good pick. A Fire Strike across the map onto Najila, but Saturn trades Fuzzy Doe, so no tank available for Fruit Salad. Now KCMX looking for another kill. There's Mothvia and Hostile working together to take Saturn out of the fight. And
They capped the point. Yeah, they just capped the point. Fruit Salad got some kills, but you lost the point. Point now. Gonna move over to D, and KCMX continuing their domination.
Yeah, I didn't even pick up on that. I did not pick up on that. That caught me off guard. But now KCMX approaching some ultimates. Fruit Salad a bit ahead. Again, that Coalescence charge is very fast, but a bit less valuable. Fuzzy Doe on Zarya. So now we see Fruit Salad trying that against the Orisa. We'll see if that works out.
It didn't look good the other way around. We'll have to see, though. Although Queen Bee getting taken down immediately by Hostile. Nyx also going to be taking the Embolden down as Zythrin getting a couple of kills there. Lots of ults used, but Fruit Salad able to get their win.
Fruit salad, that's great for them, honestly. That's really, really good for them. Okay, we're Zarya beering now. All right. So, I will say, I believe KCMX are actually pretty comfortable with the Zarya. So Felix does like to take this mirror. So this could be a little beneficial almost to KCMX.
Do have the blade being used by Saturn. Both the DPS on KCMX are ulting, and it is doing a lot of damage. Fruit salad just team killed. Easy as ever for KCMX.
I'm a little concerned though. That's 3 ultimates for 0. So you do have to be worried going to next. Also, we should have more people on point. Fruit salad might actually be able to get another fight if we don't get a point here. No, they're actually gonna get another fight. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! They're gonna get another fight.
They're pushing in. There is the beat now. It may be a little bit too slow on that cap, as KCMX cannot grab that. Zythrin does get taken out immediately, though, as Felix trying to frontline here. Point being pushed away, and there is Fruit Salad getting pushed back once again. They used the beat, but it is not enough. KCMX, honestly, I don't know how they won that fight.
Yeah, honestly, I think Fruit Salad, they came in with 2 DPS ultimates. They weren't given time to use them. They didn't use them as quickly, and Fuzzy Doe staggered now, so KCMX in an advantageous position to take D now. And also, that recontest actually kind of helps KCMX since they won it, now that they've built up a little bit more of an ultimate bank. They're like getting closer and closer. They don't have it just yet. Najila, probably the first to get one with a window.
I mean, Fruit Salad do have 4 ults ready to go here. Mafia, the only one to use it. Now Fuzzy Doe gonna jump in and use that grab. Not gonna get anything done though, as Zythrin there does get the kill onto Felix. Coalescence and grab is enough, and the DPS ult still being held on to as Fruit Salad will push away KCMX, and it's going to be 2 for 2.
And it's also 2 ultimates from Fruit Salad for absolutely nothing from KCMX, who are now going to be approaching 4 ultimates. And we're going to see an attempted recontest, which is a little questionable.
Not sure about this. There is a grab, but there is no follow-up. Mafia does get killed. It is still just inches from being taken here. There's no way KCMX pushed them away. No. Fruit Salad, the point. You got to stay on the point. And that is KCMX getting back into this. The respawns are quick enough. Somehow KCMX win that fight.
No, it's not over just yet. It's still technically possible for Fruit Salad to come back in. They also have the Blizzard. The May can stall for a while if Hostile can get back in. No, I don't think they're going to go for it, though, no. It's just a little too far away. Maybe the May. Just out of there. That's 3 for KCMX now. That very, very unexpected recontest, but it worked out for them.
That's also 2 times we've seen Fruit Salad chase kills that made them lose control of the point. As now we're going to get another ultimate used by Bandit on the side, is taking a couple people down in Mafia and Hostile, but is traded really poorly as KCMX lose out on the front line, lose out on the heals, and Fruit Salad seem like they'll be able to reset themselves a little bit.
And Fruit Salad, they take that, but they did have to commit something for that. I believe it was a Sojourn ultimate for the Blizzard from Hostile. Now Fuzzy Doe has this grab, but Queen Bee can match the beat, so it's not really able to... You can't carry the fight with that.
Yeah, kind of the big question is what does happen here with these ults from Fruit Salad? They need to use them well. There is the grab used by Fuzzy Doe. Nyx does kill Najila, but Mafia taken down by Bandit. And things looking a little bit better for Fruit Salad as they're once again pushing KCMX away. This time, gotta make sure we cap it.
Queen Bee held on to the beat. That's interesting. Saturn tried to turn things with a blade. Didn't succeed. Fruit Salad, they have several on point now. They're definitely going to get that cap, and we're even now 3-3. Both teams have beat. And then Felix approaching a Graviton.
Mafia is probably aware of the grab being soon and trying to keep an eye on that. Is the beat going to be used by KCMX? Matched, but Zythrin's already gone. Not a fight that looks good for Fruit Salad. They just get all pulled together. Fruit Salad watches the health bars just drop.
Ooh, KCMX, they take that fight, and it looks like they'll definitely secure the cap here. I'm always a little nervous now. I get caught off guard too often. Najila has the window to start. I expect KCMX to try and just set the tempo here with a bob, with a window. Fruit Salad don't have much to work with, so KCMX, they want to end this real strong, and this is their opportunity.
Yeah, especially going up 3 maps to 0 in a first to 4 would just feel incredibly good there. Bandit doing a lot of damage there, and Zythra needs to get heals to stay alive. Point has been activated, and KCMX on the first audit. Queen Bee gets picked off, though, by Hostile. Zythra traded for that. Hostile has the Blizzard, as in comes Saturn with the blade, gets killed immediately. KCMX losing members. Bandit throwing out Bob to even the fight, and Fuzzy Doe, Nyx, and Mafia all taken out. Hostile next, and it's just that easy. KCMX looking unstoppable.
We can get several on point. There's not another point. You're good. You're good. You can cap. Oh no, they're actually gonna they're gonna get a contest. Not again. Hostile.
Not again.
Might be able to.
Comes Fuzzy Doe, but Fuzzy Doe doesn't have any heals, and it is over. 3 maps to 0 for KCMX.
All right, and that leaves Fruit Salad with only 1 more opportunity left. They can't lose after this. No more chances.
Well, they can.
Well, they can.
They can.
That definitely
but then
means.
We're done.
Yeah. That definitely means we're done. So, Fruit Salad. We saw them get a little bit more traction on that map on Clash, but it still felt like they were just constantly behind, right? And in that Zarya mirror, KCMX, they're comfortable there. So you can't really gain an advantage there either. It feels like everywhere that Fruit Salad tries to take this match, KCMX always have an answer.
Yeah, every time they go for something, it's like, well, we're just going to do it better. The Zarya grabs looked better from Felix. The Sojourn ults look better from Bandit. Everything just kind of working out well for KCMX, and it's just KCMX are saying, we're going to go out here and do our thing. Fruit Salad have to figure out an answer, and so far have not been able to find one.
And unfortunately, Clash was, again, a map type that is good for them, that it very much plays for them. So it's not going to be any easier from here on out. It's only going to be harder. It's going to be more difficult.
Fruit Salad just... There's flashes in the pan of brilliance from Fruit Salad, and then they just can't close out enough. They can't be consistent enough throughout the map. It's also tough when you're playing against Bandit, who could just do stuff like that.
Yeah, Bandit on the hit scan, very, very consistent. Interesting to see the Ashe there on a map like Hanaoka as well. That's definitely an interesting pick, but it worked out either way. And I think maybe backline adjustments could be used for Fruit Salad as well. I liked their Brig Juno idea on King's Row with the Orisa. I think they would have benefited from running Brig Juno or swapping things. Running Moira Lucio with Zarya, it's the best way I can explain it is it's a little counterintuitive, right? Because you have Zarya who wants to play kind of like a slower fight, and then the DPS kind of take angles, whatever. And Zarya is playing for that charge, and then she wants to walk in super hard. But Moira Lucio, as a backline, fundamentally, they want to go super fast. So that's kind of the opposite of what Zarya wants to do most of the time, which kind of caused Fruit Salad some issues, I think, in some of these fights.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see if they take your advice. We'll figure out also what map we're going to be going on to here for our 4th and possibly final map.
Yeah, it's either Flashpoint or Push. It's either of the two. We have a good few options. There's Esperanza, New Junk City, Runasapi, Saravasa. I would say that New Junk City would probably be the best possible place that Fruit Salad could go, because New Junk City has some of those more enclosed rooms. Essentially, the layout of the map is the first point you always go to in the center. That's enclosed. It's a very small area. It's very good for brawl. Then after that, there are 2 closed points and 2 open points, right? So it's kind of RNG from there, which ones you get. But either way, there's 3 closed and 2 open. So the team that's running the composition that's less brawly, kind of, is going to be in a slighted disadvantage.
Yeah, well, we did get the answer. It is going to be Suravasa from
Okay.
Fruit Salad. So they are going for the flashpoint once again, hoping that the back and forth that they've had can come out a little bit better for them.
Yeah, and we'll see, but I do expect it to be kind of difficult, right? Because Saravas is open, and it does provide options for Bandit on the hit scan on the side of KCMX to get value. For that Pharah as well for KCMX. They could run Echo, Pharah, anything like that. That distance is really difficult for Reinhardt. All that distance. We'll see what Fruit Salad do to overcome that, or if they've decided to swap compositions.
Yeah, things do have to be figured out here, and Fruit Salad backs against the wall now. Like you said, they can't lose another one without losing the series. They have to find some kind of answer here, and credit where it is due. They looked really good on Suravasa in the last series.
Yeah, they look good. They look strong, but KCMX do have answers, right? They definitely have answers to this Reinhardt. We'll see if Fruit Salad can bring that same energy that they did from the previous match, but I just don't think it's going to be that easy.
We will have to see if the comeback is happening. The comeback starts now for Fruit Salad. But KCMX trying to make it another day in the office.
Yeah, maybe Juno Brig there. We kind of saw a little peek of that for a second. Yeah, there it is. Juno Brig, Reinhardt, Ashmay. That's completely different. We're cooking something here. Fruit Salad, a last-ditch attempt. They're going to be changing up their composition. KCMX running Orisa, Pharah, Ashe. Basically what I expected, right? You're playing off a range. You're playing a slow fight. Felix is the bait on the Orisa. Fruit Salad. I think Hostile's going to struggle the most in the May.
Yeah. And I think that's been the case kind of throughout this entire series. The May has not had as much impact as we had hoped. And it's going to really struggle here because you can't really do much to Orisa. You're not going to hit the Pharah. Ashe is going to be really far back. It's looking a little tough.
Yeah, Bandit has this angle up onto the high ground. First pick on the Zythrin.
And nobody's paying attention. Bandit is just free hitting. Well, okay. Shouldn't have said that. Bandit does get taken out by Hostile, but the damage is done. Fuzzy Doe, the only one left alive. And the point will be capped first by KCMX.
Yeah, and a full comp switch once again. Fruit Salad, dive time. They are going kind of a counter comp here. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. I think it does have some merit. The Winston can be used. I'm a little worried that KCMX can kind of easily adapt to this, but we'll see. We'll see what Fruit Salad come up with here this fight.
I mean, yeah, this is the ultimate. We have to change something here, so why not change everything? Hostile, not going to be able to stay alive, though, and Fruit Salad, a rough start to that fight. Bandit does get taken out, but can they turn this into something? They might be able to. Queen B, way too far forward, goes down, but Fruit Salad don't have any kind of shields to work with. They're just going to have to go in, HP and all, as Fuzzy Doe just chases away this Pharah, hopefully trying to get the team in there. But in the meantime, Hostile goes down a second time here. KCMX get the respawns in, and they are at 94%.
The longer these fights go on, the better it is for KCMX. And there it is. No touch. First flashpoint goes to KCMX. Winning every single fight so far. Saturn has the barrage. The easiest way you can use this barrage is just to kill Fuzzy Doe. Just instantly burst the Winston, especially after Fuzzy Doe jumps. So Fruit Salad need to be careful because that barrage, great punishment.
Oh, maybe not even needed here as Fuzzy Doe gets low. Barrage used. Najila picks off the tank and Fruit Salad scramble. A rough first fight on this next flashpoint, and there's just too much space given here. Fruit Salad cannot find an inch.
Yeah, and the barrage for a fight win, worthwhile. I like, you know what, the Diva angle, I think I like that even more against the Orisa, this specific composition. It's going to be interesting to see how Fruit Salad approach playing this. I think the Genji Tracer, you know, can you get your Genji Tracer onto Bandit in particular, onto that Ashe or Najila onto that Beast?
Constant switches here. Fruit Salad just trying to figure out whatever they can. Nyx gonna pop the Kitsune Rush. Najila pops the window but goes down. Meanwhile, Zythrin just wiping up KCMX. Finally, Fruit Salad find a way into this game and they get a team kill.
Nyx and Zythrin working together there, and those are some good ultimates. Good fight win for Fruit Salad. They managed to get that one, and now they can kind of set the tempo of these engages. KCMX counter-swapping once again, going to take the Diva Mirror Najila over to Juno. We get Juno Lucio. That's a fun one.
Bob coming out for the extra man right now. As Zythrin extremely low. Felix also struggling a little bit here. But Queen Bee gets taken out without the beat going down. Fruit Salad take out Mafia in the same fashion. And Fruit Salad just chased away. They grabbed the point for a little bit, but not for long.
Well used Bob by Bandit. Queen Bee has the beat available. Mathia as well. Hostile, this Pulse is the wild card. Can Hostile get something with this? Oh, that's the beat. Queen Bee's in the middle of nowhere.
Oh no, Queen Bee gets picked off, and without the beat here, Fruit Salad should have the ability to walk up. They've got to get into this fight though. Overtime on this second point here. Fuzzy Dough and Hostile take out two. Fruit Salad using the beat here just to make sure they win this fight, and they will grab the point.
Yeah, unfortunately though, committing that beat means you don't have the beat match to deal with Queen Bee, and you really need this flashpoint. Fruit Salad, they need this. Nyx's Kitsune. The Kitsune timing is key, right? The longer this fight goes on, the better for KCMX. You see, close to Blade, getting up there on orbital charge. It's going to get worse the longer it goes. So Fruit Salad, they need to put a close to this fast.
They've got to hold this off. Beat is being used now by KCMX. They grab Zythrin in the process. Do get Bandit down with the Pulse Bomb. But is that enough for Fruit Salad to hold off? It does not seem to be. Najila taken out. And now the health bars are in trouble for KCMX. Hostile is doing a little bit of work here. Saturn does go down. KCMX not able to get back on this. We are in overtime in both directions. Felix taken out, and Fruit Salad, hold on.
I half expect KCMX to go Zarya. I can see it happening. I can definitely see it happening. Fruit Salad even things up. Looking pretty strong here on this map after their swaps. I like their adaptations so far. Been very successful. Zythrin approaching the Blade, and we know how dangerous Zythrin can be.
Zythrin is been popping people with that Blade. Saturn with a Blade themselves as well.
Blade versus Blade here. Najila also Orbital Ray, if keep that in mind.
Blade being used by Saturn first. Gonna try and get in. Queen Bee kills Mafia, and that is no Lucio for this fight. There is Fuzzy Dough gone as well, and Fruit Salad. Rough first fight, but no ultimates used in the process.
Yeah, KCMX really able to define some of these fights and set the tempo, set it really fast, and that kind of scares Fruit Salad out of using their own ultimates. I often see that Fruit Salad are playing reactively while KCMX tend to play very proactively. And this is a good example right here. Look at that Orbital Ray.
Yeah, Orbital Ray used just for KCMX to walk up into this, and it is working out fine for them. 3 gone immediately. Zythrin next on the list, and Fruit Salad not even able to get close.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about Zythrin's Blade if Zythrin is never given a chance to Blade, right? So that's the mindset that KCMX have, and these key ultimates, like Zythrin now for 2 fights on this third flashpoint has had to hold on to Blade.
Blade now going to be used by Zythrin. Doesn't grab the kill onto Najila. Gets up and away in time. Can't grab any kills with it. Najila finally falls, but the whole time Fruit Salad are getting laid to waste.
KCMX. This is probably a flashpoint for them. A little too difficult to contest this for Fruit Salad. They're not going to attempt it. Can't. Now Fruit Salad. They have their Pulse. Hostile needs to hit something big. If Hostile can land a Pulse into Queen Bee, that could be a fight win right there. So That's a key target. Fruit Salad also approaching their Kitsune and their Beat, so charging those is of prime priority. Zythrin over to Sojourn. Oh,
Beat used by KCMX early here.
I think that was a Fat Finger.
I might have been. They're trying to make the most of it here, though, and they are going to get the mech out from Fuzzy Dough, who will just remech. In the meantime, though, KCMX just trying to fight it out. Mafia does go down, traded for Queen Bee. There is the mech gone from Felix. Baby Diva will be taken out, but Fruit Salad have lost too much. Might have been a Fat Finger, but KCMX made it work.
Yeah, Queen Bee. Queen Bee is all over the place. Queen Bee always finds themselves in interesting situations. All throughout this map in general. It's very funny. But yeah, that's a beat and a fight win for it. We'll take it. Now KCMX, they have Deadeye, one of the most useless ultimates in the game, but also Saturn's Blade, which is going to be popped.
Saturn just starting off once again, the one pushing the angle onto that fight, and Saturn takes out Mafia. Beat was used, but didn't get anywhere. Hostile does take out 2, and Zythrin with the ult doing a lot as well. Fruit Salad win a fight finally. Gonna get onto this point, but 52% capped by KCMX.
I would argue that KCMX are not in, or actually, sorry, Fruit Salad are not in a good position right now. They just used 2 support ultimates to deal with a Blade and a Deadeye, which, you know, is a massive commitment. Now with Najila close to the orbital ray, KCMX have a massive advantage. And Fruit Salad, I think they just need to set the pace. They just need to ult first to deal with that.
Zythrin, the only one with an ult. Hostile not going to be up for the fight, though. And that's the go button for KCMX. Bandit does get taken out. Felix takes the tank down, though. And Fruit Salad gone to the wind, as the point will be recapped almost assuredly.
KCMX, confident fight for them. Orbital Ray, still probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest ultimate in the game. Not much you can do to stop it. Felix has the glorified remake, while Fruit Salad approaching their primal. It's a tank versus tank situation here. It's all up to Fuzzy Dough.
Can the Winston do enough? Hostile's gone, and Mafia as well picked off. Again, Fruit Salad cannot get their feet on the ground because of these picks, and that might just be it. 100% capped, and KCMX clean 4-0.
That was a good match. That was a good match. Either way, I think Fruit Salad, they had some decent adaptations. They tried their best. They tried a lot of different things. But each time KCMX came up with an answer. They had an answer to start with. They knew what they wanted to do against the Reinhardt composition going in, and everything after, they just adapted real time, and they were able to win it that way, and that made it quite an interesting one.
Yeah. I mean, Fruit Salad did not give up easily. They always were trying to figure out what they could do. They were trying to swap up, especially on that last map. You could tell they were just trying to see what would stick, what could they find that would give them an edge, and they got a little bit somewhere there. There was a couple of points where they started to win out, but KCMX fundamentals just kind of seemed a little bit too good.
Yeah, KCMX, and they also had that flexibility. They were not afraid to change compositions. They were not afraid to take mirrors as well. You saw Felix every time Felix was given an opportunity. Oh, you want to go Diva? I'm just gonna play Diva too. Let's play Diva. You want to play Zarya? Let's play Zarya.
Yeah, and again, just Bandit kind of free hit. Like, this was what set the momentum for this map, it felt like. Bandit just being able to free hit on the side, and Fruit Salad just not prepared for it. And every time it was Fruit Salad trying to climb back into the game. And like you said, KCMX were proactive, Fruit Salad were reactive.
Yes, and Najila, I think, specifically with their ultimates, on the flex support, on the Baptiste, on the Kiriko, really made the difference. And I think that was those were some of the best examples of how KCMX can play proactive. We saw a good bit of that on Samoa. We saw it on this final map, on Flashpoint, on Sarabasa. So we've seen these ultimates used very aggressively in very defined spaces, and then the follow-up from KCMX was good. So the communication, I can tell it's there.
Yeah, KCMX were favored in this series. They did well throughout the entire tourney. They're gonna walk away champions and looked really good while doing it.
The Reinhardt for Fruit Salad, they tried. was a good attempt. I think they had some momentum in the last match. Just it's difficult to force that.
Yeah, absolutely there. But we are going to send it to a quick break while we get our interview ready, guys. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this. welcome back, everybody. We are here with our winners here, Felix Felicis and Queen B from KCMX. First off, how are you guys feeling after a really solid tournament run?
Honestly, like right now I'm a bit shaky because I mean, it was kind of like we went into a game and then had like a long downtime, and then we had another game. It's like, and we've won, and like, yeah, a bit shaky, but honestly, we played it so well that I'm just like really happy for just the whole team. We all did an insane job.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely, there was that downtime where we were just kind of like waiting and watching, and I feel like, after all that waiting, we were ready and just super locked in, and I'm really proud of our performance.
I'm curious about something with how you started your first map, right?
Yeah.
You started on the Junker Queen for a moment,
Yeah.
I believe.
Mhm.
I'm curious why you didn't start with your Reinhardt counter comp on first map. Was it just, oh, like maybe they'll run the Junker Queen, maybe we don't know?
Yeah, basically, I think we had played them on Samoa yesterday, and they had pulled out the Junker Queen. Actually, I'm a little bummed out because I've been screaming Hazard this whole time. I didn't really get to show it on stream, but we were playing Hazard against them, and it worked pretty okay. But same map, they had played Junker Queen, so I'd assumed that their thing was to play Junker Queen because we saw it on Ilios the previous match as well. But they decided to really stick to that ride.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, they just picked the Ryan from the get-go, and I mean, like, we half expected it, but it didn't fully expect it, so we just wanted to test the waters of what we knew initially and go with our flow, I guess, first before going against theirs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Man. Any other questions, OC?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, like, just I'm sure you guys are feeling really good. Is there anybody you guys want to shout out in terms of just like either like coaches behind the scenes or just people in your own lives of just just shout about?
Can I go first, Steve? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I want to shout out LLR mostly because they're kind of the group that got me to this level. I don't think I'd be at this level where I can compete and keep on winning without them. And also the Dong from Aryas for initially getting me into the Overwatch and I guess the car scene. So,
There's a lot of people I want to shout out, but first of all, shout out to B for filling in for KCMX. Our main support line wasn't around for this weekend, so super last notice for like the past 2-3 weeks. We've been scrimming with Najila and B. And shout out to Saturn as well for filling in, and of course shout out to Bandit. All of MX did very well today. Shout out to coaches, Cheesy Ninja, and one more shout out to my co-ed team Clover, who has always been very supportive, and my partner Jexus, who's always been cheering me on.
All right, great. Thank you guys for the interview. We'll let you guys go off and enjoy your victory. And OC, we had a long day in terms of our games here, but why don't we take a look at our bracket and just go over one last time how the tourney worked out?
Yeah, we started out with really a lot of 3-0 matches, right? As a bracket will tend to go with seeding. KCMX kind of rolling through pretty confidently. The only map taken from them from Fruit Salad there in winners round 2. We saw some teams get eliminated kind of like early on. We saw that with Sakura Mochi, Fruit Salad, and winners round 2. When they went down, that's when they kind of made their lower bracket runs.
Yeah, and I mean, credit where it is due. Fruit Salad came up through that lower bracket. We were checking in on the losers round 3 while we were waiting for the losers finals, and Fruit Salad, it just barely made it across the finish line there against Pixel Peeps. So Fruit Salad did not give up in the slightest there, and absolutely deserved congratulations for just making it to the grand finals. But KCMX, just looked dominant the whole way through.
Yes, they did, and they always had an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. But that is all she wrote for us today. I want to thank OC for being here with me. I want to thank Echo as well for running prod behind the scenes and panicking as things got on fire at times. But I want to thank all of you as well for tuning in. And we will see you guys all next time.
Double. 不许走！